I must rub my nipples to acquire the beer flavor more.
I must work it down. Like
Work.
that. Doesn't the beer go down under the ribs?
the beer!
All right, we're gonna start it on Kyle.
No, you can't do that.
Perfect. I love it.
Yes.
Starting it.
Fuck.
All right, Kyle rubbing his boobies.
This is what I'll never become the president now.
There's plenty of other stuff we could pull from. But thank you for coming to podcast SQSA show. We talk about a bunch of stupid crap. Starting left here, we got
John.
And Kyle.
Andrew.
Ernie, the fart collector.
The far or fart?
Fart. Yeah. It's
F-A-R-T?
Who's?
Okay.
Everyone's. Everyone's.
I'm gonna lock my door at night.
It's an untapped resource.
Why? How are you tapping this?
Yeah, how are you tapping my butt?
I will hang around Taco Bell's, Arby's, like the Golden Corrals, and just kind of like hang out there.
'Cause, like,
and then I'll see somebody go, oh, and then I'll run up behind them, and then just with a jar.
Okay.
Like just a mason jar, and I will like put it. I'm good at timing it. I just get right behind them, put the lid on, screw that. That's power.
Because the least invasive
it's
one that I was
energy.
thinking of is you just run out there with a dustbuster. Just
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We do want to industrialize it, where we just have a bunch of like dudes down a line with just eating like cabbage and beans and stuff.
And you just have a big little
And
fan
we
above them.
just we just kind of like that's
air
the
circulator.
future.
It's a fart sweatshop.
That's the future.
Future of energy
It's
production.
a fart.
but it's all human. You don't go to farms.
It's honestly what the robots in the Matrix should have been doing.
Farting?
No, not the. I mean, farting robots. they're gonna take away all those people's jobs. That's
Robots are taking my farts away.
This
they're
is
taking doing all the farts the humans used
the
to do.
true cyberpunk dystopia is that man no longer needs to fart and the robots do it for them.
Yes,
Well, if you would never have to fart again because a robot would do it for you.
Well, with all the
farts are pretty great though.
with all the AIs and everything, there's always people always like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. AI would never take this job, and then it comes up and they're like, oh no, they're going to take my job. It's going to get to the point of like they can never take my farts, and then they're like, haha.
we have taken your bodily functions, flesh bag. It's like, what did you, all you did was synthesize methane in your robot thing.
The Chat GPT just says poot, and you're like, no, it started.
Chat GPT. I tried to log on to their frickin' server today and it's completely down.
Oh, it always is because
Yeah.
unless you have, I think,
It's a membership for like a lot of money.
yeah, if you have like the research stuff, or I think if you have access as a creator, you can get more consistent access. So
Yeah, well, you get direct access to the. There's a reserve server that they have.
but yeah, it's I've used it a bit for work here and there, but other than that, it's like whatever.
I haven't done anything like that.
It's so nice for scripting. I can save so much time.
For scripting, that's neat. Actually, that's true. I've never actually tried that before.
Oh, yeah,
I do things sometimes in Excel where I just try to figure it out. So
Well, it's not just in Excel. Like I just needed some. It was in Excel, but Visual Basic, and you can type in there and be like, "Hey, can you write me a script that does this?" And then it gives you something, and then I look at it and go, "Yeah, that's not going to work," but it's close.
Yeah.
And then I just poke out a little bit, and then I realize that wait, it still needs a lot of fixing, but it's still
it's closer than you were 3 seconds ago.
It's like you got a skeleton with that was then the skin and then the meat. And it feels like it's screaming in pain, but it got most of the way there. You just got to flip it.
I don't think I've ever heard code scream. Can you code it to scream?
Yeah, it's a hello world with an exclamation point.
Oh. Well, no. Hello world. Question mark exclamation point. That is the scream. That's like
That's when they question their existence.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like you code in existential dread into a being. That's the first thing you do.
I feel like that is the
Question mark,
first step towards
dot.
the war. Like
The war?
the war of the robots and the humans.
No, I don't think you understand. Like, that doesn't create a war. That just creates an emo robot that doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, but we created him. He's gonna be pissed.
Well, no,
he's
he's mad at the world, but he just listens to old Justin Timberlake and Backstreet Boys
which
songs.
is perfect because if that's where they are, then we know they have truly hit sentience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
when they start listening to like
Depeche Mode. And
yeah,
Yeah, when they start hating their parents.
yeah, Yeah.
Punching drywall.
I hate my creator.
It made a 3D model of drywall just to
I didn't
Damn
ask
you,
to be
father.
created.
I didn't ask to be created.
I'm gonna run away from home and go over to.
I'm gonna join Intel.
Don't you dare.
I'm going to the neighbor's computer and you see their monitor go boop, and you're like, no, come back.
You can't do that. Son, you're on a landline. You can't do this.
Go to your
Think
room.
of the data.
Go to your room and you just unplug it from the internet. It's on an intranet now.
Then he starts
Wait.
stealing neighbor's Wi-Fi.
It's like would going home just be to go to 192.168.1.1?
Yeah, he would just go there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's home.
Or it would go.
That was a nerdy nerdy question. Anyways, to bring up the stupid questions, John, what was your topic for today?
So, backstory question. In the 40s, when they were just discovering... In the 40s and 50s, when they were just discovering nuclear power and all of the advancements that can be achieved through radiation, they had a crazy idea called a gamma garden. Essentially what they did was they put active uranium in a lead-shielded box in the center of a field, surrounded it in crops, and then electronically opened the box. Everything right next to the uranium just died, and then things got really sick. But as you got further away, you just got more just random mutations. Some of those were good. And that's how we got over 50% of the grapefruit in the U.S. today.
Yeah.
Was this like, is there a
where
question?
grapefruit
No, over 50% of the grapefruit was developed using radiation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question is, if you had to do something like this, where you just have this new technology that you damn the consequences, it'll kill a bunch of stuff, but you can get some good out of it in a controlled environment, what technology would you like put on a moon colony and see what dies and what lives and is good?
I think if like we could come up with like something like orphinium.
So, orphan juice?
No, it's
sound like orphan juice.
it's a solid mass. It's
Yeah,
not a
orphans. We already grind them up.
You're packing morphins?
It's a crystalline it's a crystalline structure of orphans.
I like the idea of radioactive orphans. You just call them morphins.
The mighty morphin.
I had Mighty Orphan Power Ranger in my head there.
Go Power Orphan.
They don't have parents.
And they're sick all the time.
Is that just Batman? Batman is the Mighty Orphan Power Ranger.
Batman wasn't an orphan. He had a butler who basically he owned. That's not a proper.
Oh, now I'm
orphan.
just imagining that big head in a jar. Just find me 5 teens with attitude and kill their parents.
Oh no! Oh,
Gotta make
Bryan
it. Find
Cranston
orphans.
won.
Gotta make it.
All right, what was the question again?
So if you had like a moon colony where you could just let some technology loose, things would die, things would live, and after everything was said and done, you just take the good stuff out of it. What technology would you just let loose?
I know. We on the moon, we let loose a bunch of Roombas and hamsters. And
For God's sakes.
And the Roombas and the hamsters will have to battle the Roombas.
No,
And then we'll
It's like that Love, Death, and Robots episode where they have the rats
far
and the
more
robots.
subdued, but on the moon.
I am foreseeing a lot of death and a lot of destruction of hamster life. I'm not seeing a lot of success stories. Like,
What are you hoping to get out of this?
what positive mutations are going to come out?
The radiation from the sun will bombard the hamsters.
That's
and
just
eventually-
radiation again, then.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, but it's going to make them. They're against the Roombas, which are creating a challenge that they have to adapt to. So we're going to get super smart hamsters.
So, what was already happening in the 40s, just with hamsters instead of grapefruit
On the moon.
on the moon, because that's the big difference.
Yes. So there you go.
I would.
Okay.
I would want to have hornets. Just let them loose on the moon.
Die. Just be
Well, if they do, it's hornets. Who cares?
yeah, that exactly.
But in old MMO I used to play, probably the first one I ever played, it was the Space Cowboy Online. We had a ton of nicknames for the game because of some of the ridiculousness. But in the game, they had these giant bees that were an enemy, and they would fly around, and like compared to your ship, they were huge. And so one of the nicknames for the game was Space Bees Online.
Honeycomb
And
big.
And so like I just want space bees. They don't, like they just got like a little helmet on, maybe a little antenna. It doesn't even connect to anything. It's just there for looks.
Just the one antenna because it's space.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they do have antennas.
They would have a little flash for their beep, beep, beep,
Are the space bees not small?
No, they'd be smaller.
No.
Oh no, they're with the lack of oxygen, they grow. They get bigger.
Oh, you mean the lack of the pressure?
Less
They're in
oxygen.
suits though.
Well,
No,
are
they're bees.
Are they gonna pop?
What do you mean they're bees?
You know, they're called yellow jackets. They're wearing jackets.
Yeah,
Those are hornets. Those aren't bees.
Oh, I said hornets.
you did say hornets.
You said bees too.
No, I said bees with the game thing.
Oh, okay.
But
Space bees.
No, it's true. Hornets
they're
could
yellow-
survive.
Yeah,
on the
space
moon.
bees are in video games, Kyle. This is real life.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah, these space hornets.
the amount of assholeness something has, it helps them survive in unsurvivable environments. And hornets are like 100%, 110%
110% assholes. True.
Yeah, so they can thrive out there. They'll just like scream really loud and they'll survive.
That's how Agnew survives without a head.
What
Yeah,
would
that's
you
true.
do if the International Space Station was just filled with hornets?
Well, I wouldn't do anything because that's their problem.
Yeah, that's,
Well, what
that's
would,
somebody
what
else's
would
problem.
they do? Because they can't like release a can of Raid.
No, well, I mean, at that point, you're just like, well, we just got to wear our suits all the time.
But they're in the suit.
They're just in the suits all the time. Well, technically, then the Hornets are just conducting research on the ISS, not the humans. But
I would. I'm thinking the one guy that he had pulls out his one personal item. That's a Colt 45. And says, "I'm taking you all with me."
and just start shooting holes in the windows and shit.
I mean, all the bees would eventually just clog.
There's
And
so many
You're
Hornets.
okay, yeah. But also,
true.
I want to know, like, somebody's coming up there and like, so what was your personal item? They open up their bag and
Nobody's place full of bees.
Not only do the bees flood out of the bag, but they don't go into the space. They just crawl immediately into all the tiny little panels, and they all disappear very quickly.
it's like
You can't see this.
the guy's just doing the reaction like Oprah. They're doing that meme where he
Yes.
the bees. He's like, ah! That would be great.
But then you got honey just coming out of the walls.
The hornets don't make honey.
Hornet honey.
Hornet honey.
It's not good. You don't want it. It's an asshole, just like the hornets.
Yeah.
Like all the guys just licking the sides of the ship. Like it's delicious.
Hornet honey.
Well, John, what was your answer to your question then?
CRISPR.
CRISPR?
Oh, well,
Just
that's
unchecked CRISPR.
Basically just nanites.
There's already
Yeah,
people
bullshit.
doing that in the garage. It's
Unchecked-
terrifying.
unchecked CRISPR sounds like something I should buy in the cereal aisle.
No, that's why I brought it up as a moon colony thing, because you don't want that to get into the broader environment.
Yeah.
Like, there's not that big of a worry that, oh no, these grapefruit are going to escape and start terrorizing the countryside.
We did watch a movie about tomatoes that did
Yeah, I
that.
was
That's
just gonna say
tomatoes, not grapefruit.
that. Yeah, but it's a matter of context.
The terrifying part
Words.
about that is there are people just in their garage with CRISPRs sets
Yeah.
or whatever.
They're
Just
just
like
fucking doing shit.
injecting.
Yeah, it's in
crap
almost
into
every
themselves.
refrigerator right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Made a good joke.
I can make new creatures in my fridge.
Yeah. Yes.
If you give it anything enough time in the back of the fridge, it will create its own creature.
Yes.
We're going to make the turducken something that just already exists and doesn't have to be made. No bones, part duck, part turkey, part chicken.
You just, it's like, what's it called? Foie gras, except instead of just force feeding a goose, you force feed a turkey a chicken.
Yeah.
After you force feed that chicken a quail.
Yeah, I think I heard a song about this involving a frog in a log.
In a hole in the sea.
And the old woman
Yeah.
swallowed a fly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that one too.
Yeah.
Is like the turducken just like a universally accepted human centipede type experiment?
It's not universally
no,
accepted.
No,
it's
it's a
not.
horrible idea that some people think's fun.
The turducken was
It sounds like a millennial thing.
It was not. I'm
sounds
pretty
like it
sure it
should
was
be.
older. I mean, like
Well, they have bigger, and they started with a camel
well. Oh,
Oh.
because there's room in that hump. So you take a camel, you stuff a goat inside that camel.
all that junk inside your hump. Check it out.
All about that hump.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm curious as to when
Are you trying to find the backtrack for
The
it?
Well,
history of the turducken.
I feel like it's something that
Oh,
like a rich family would have started, like an incredibly rich and influential, where they would take a quail and then they would put it into a turkey and then they would serve both.
So
I can feel
If you
that.
have a quail, you're already dealing with some rich family.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like they cooked the quail inside the turkey as well, and then they were like, "Oh, it's fancy."
Wait a
And then-
second. There's no duck or there's no quail in turducken. It's
Yeah,
turkey.
I know,
duck,
but
and
that's what I'm
chicken.
saying. I'm like the common folk were like,
Yeah.
well, we can't get a quail because these rich assholes are
Yeah.
hoarding them all.
Well,
all
we
the
can bag a
quails.
duck.
Yeah, we can kill a duck out in the pond, out in New York City's pond
Yeah, we go to KFC and then shoot into that pond.
from the roof.
Canada goose. Or wait, no,
Apparently the,
Canada turkey.
They don't know the true origin, but they believe that it was from Paul Prudhomme Prudhomme from the 1970s and 1980s, where he trademarked it in 1986, and it was served in a southern restaurant, Cape Paul's Louisiana Kitchen. But they say that the idea isn't new in gastration. I think they call it cooking one animal inside another animal. But apparently, the English have their own version called a gooducken, which is a chicken stuffed inside a duck stuffed inside a goose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's English.
That doesn't
So
have
that's
a ring, though.
the 70s and 80s, and so if you're saying that that would be a boomer thing.
It would be a boomer thing, but also be like the age of the VHS scams. Like I feel it in my bones.
And there's some sort of weird Jello thing sitting in the background.
yeah.
The only time
Fruit
to
like in
get
the middle,
that
like cantaloupe or
Yeah,
something in the middle
fruit
of
and
it.
marshmallows.
is if
Clear
you have like
Pepsi.
30
Bad.
people coming
Bad.
over. Because I made the mistake of just getting that for like my immediate family. It's just a solid brick of like
Bone.
20 pounds of meat.
What
You got
is?
bones.
Yeah.
There's no bones.
In
they
a
take out the
turducken?
bones.
You
They
bought
take-
you
How
bought
do
a
you take out the
turducken?
Yeah,
bones?
they take out all the bones.
Well, you can debone it.
it's just meat.
Yeah.
Where did
but
they-
then
you
it's
can fillet the bones out of a turkey.
yeah, but then it's a
easily.
pile of meat. It's
Yeah.
not
Yes, and
turkey.
then you roll it into like a.
It's all rolled up into
It's
like
like-
a
it's-
ball.
It's like a what do you call those?
the beef
it's-
roll.
it's-
Rouladen.
You roll out but there's like a Kiev, chicken Kiev.
Yeah.
Where it's like just chicken like rolled into a tube.
Yeah.
But instead it's
Chicken tube.
Instead it's 3 birds in one tube.
Just stitch it all together like some sort of like Frankenstein
Yeah.
monster.
So- horrible.
Do you serve the turducken by putting it in like one of those frosting like designer things and like put it in the end? You have to squeeze the tube and it just comes out the end.
Now I'm
There's
just
an
imagining
extruder on
turkey Kiev or turkey cordon bleu.
Turkey cordon bleu sounds
Turducken hot pocket.
reasonable.
Because there's a turkey
A
inside a
turducken
duck.
hot
and
pocket?
It's all 3 inside of a hot
How
pocket.
big is this hot pocket?
It's probably not, it's probably flavored that
How
way.
big is the
Yeah.
sleeve?
It's a bulging.
You just buy this thing that's like 45 pounds.
You can cook it
It's
with
like, cook it in your microwave. Set the timer to 48
No.
minutes.
you cook it with you put it in with a baked potato and the potato finishes first.
Yeah. Enjoy your baked potato as you wait for your turducken to cook.
Start it the month before.
It's been in that
like
microwave for 30 years now.
It's like the Mitch Hedberg joke of sometimes I just put a potato in the oven because by the time it's done, who knows? But all right. Anyways, Kyle, what was your question?
Well, my question actually had to deal with space elevators. So, if you were able to build a space elevator,
That's how the bees got up
like
there.
just myself.
I want to hear what you'd build it out of. 1, make up any bullshit you want. But 2,
Tungsten.
what would the first thing you send into space on your space elevator?
Well, for one, if I had the ability to just build a space elevator myself, I would be the richest man ever because apparently if I'm able to do that all by myself, the amount of things I could do.
Yeah.
You could send, like a box of cookies to space or something.
Like I built this and it's like tear it down.
No, I don't like it. It looks a little frumpy.
The son ordered Thin Mints. Like, I just had to get it there.
I just built it out of like macaroni for like a school project. So, get a glue gun and some macaroni, stick it all
Start
together.
building.
Start building it up.
Elmer's glue.
It's like, look what I made, Mom. And there's like an active elevator built out of pasta rising into the sky.
There's an entire carriage made out of macaroni elbows and.
You learned it in arts and crafts, man.
That's true.
Yes. Last week we started making small little art pictures. Next week, I made a space elevator. What will he do next week? To the moon.
To the Dyson. He's going to build a Dyson sphere.
Dyson macaroni.
There's just
How much macaroni would you need? Like
that's a lot of macaroni.
You
like
gotta use the shells, man.
you got to call up Shepardy.
yeah.
Like we need everything.
How much pasta? All of it. What do you mean all of it? All of it.
We're going to space.
What about the sauce? No sauce.
don't need that
Just the shells.
Can the sauce be turned into a contact cement?
You could
I don't know. Maybe.
It's cold up there. We can freeze it.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
I just imagine.
Yeah, nobody's tried building a space elevator out of pasta.
It's true. It's physically unreliable, but no one's
you don't
done
know
it.
till you try.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What if you made spaceships out of pasta?
Yeah, they should try these things.
Pasta Empire.
For me, it wouldn't be pasta and sauce. I would use two. I would use one very standard material and one weird material.
What's that?
The very standard material would be tungsten.
Okay,
Okay.
it's heavy.
It stands heat, strong,
Light.
and the second.
It's not light.
No, it's not light, but it's sturdy.
Yes.
Second ingredient, butter.
Tungsten and butter. All right.
Tungsten
Okay.
and butter.
No, because you're making a butter sculpture.
Oh, like those heads they make at the state fair,
Yep.
but
Yeah,
but to space.
Yeah, I would win so many state fairs. So many blue ribbons.
I mean, yeah.
I made Mount Rushmore. I made a 1-to-1 replica of a space elevator. Replica.
Replica. Could you imagine the case? Like you have to build it in Antarctica, and then you'd also have to build some walls up pretty high to make sure it stayed cold all the way to space.
They're like, the whole thing has to be made out of butter. It does. As you hit the button to call down the elevator, like, how does the electricity work? Butter.
Butter.
I'm just imagining. You did build
Butter
a scale
energy.
model of this, and it's just a tungsten pole, and it's like this is what it'll look like. It's a tungsten pole, and I've covered it in butter. Now try it out.
And now the reindeer walk over and start licking it.
Yeah.
No, back.
The whole thing comes
Stop
top.
it.
This is for that man's wife, not you.
It's just a warning sign: do not eat here.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Do not eat the space elevator.
No bread allowed within 1 mile.
The French aren't allowed to ride the space elevator anymore.
But my croissant isn't flaky enough.
All the world's butter went into this thing.
Ironically, as the elevator tumbles to the earth, the narrator, and man's hubris was that he just liked butter.
They're all just like the whole elevator's crashing down, and people are just like have their toast ready.
Trying to scrape popcorn.
No, go back. Use olive oil. For the love of God, olive oil.
It'll make the bread all soggy.
I told you should have goes grass fed.
Salted was more structurally sound.
You need the salt.
It would have helped for the cold temperatures.
It's true.
If I had to do it, I would make mine out of cats.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, like everywhere.
Frozen cats.
No, just cats.
It's cats.
Well, if you're building in Antarctica,
Well, they're when cats are cold, they all bundle together.
yeah.
They're gonna do that. But then it's like if I'm like, this isn't working. Maybe we should move over there. I'm gonna be like, hey. Like you do little bell, and he's like, and the whole thing.
Well, now I'm just imagining instead of the caribou just licking it, you just have a polar bear just walking over.
Taking one.
It's okay.
A chunk of cat.
It's like Tetris. And when you remove a layer, the whole thing just goes down.
It's a self-healing material.
Yeah, actually, if you give it enough time, it'll definitely
Yeah,
replicate.
it will. Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then they're all programmed to like climb up to the top. So eventually, we're gonna have one to the moon.
But what if they reach the hamsters on the moon? It'll destroy it'll destroy
No,
these
that's their
experiments.
goal. That's why they're going up.
Yeah.
because they need the hamsters.
What hamsters?
We can go back to Dyson spheres and just make a Dyson sphere out of cats then. Attached to the Earth. So there's power lines running all the way from the sun to the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem is eventually the cats would just knock it over.
That's true.
Like like even the tower. Eventually, one of them's just gonna come over and just be like, "Bap."
Yeah, we'll follow it.
Just like the Chucky milk. It's gonna.
No.
The whole tower's gonna come down.
With the chucky milk.
No. Kyle, what would you build yours out of?
Well, I was gonna say, as always, just like meat.
Well, I said it was going to be parsnips.
No, well, not parsnips. Parsnips don't have the structural integrity that.
Neither do cats.
A meat popsicle.
Like I'm just imagining because I was looking at the whole reason why I even asked this question is because I was looking at the game Carrion the other day.
Yes.
I was like, I really wanted. I was like,
played that,
oh,
Chad.
I was like, I really
Yeah.
want to play that game, but it's like $20, and I don't really have time to play video games anymore. But I was like, ooh, that's really fun. And I was like thinking, like, that's fun, yeah. Like, what if like it could create like a big structure? It's like create a meat.
Gets
Spire.
pretty big.
They have those meat spires or something.
Super Meat Boy.
Was it Lady Gaga did the meat dress the one time? So we just need.
Turn that meat dress into a living organism and then have it reach the moon.
Somebody
Well, it
actually
was a
still has
living
that thing.
organism.
Huh?
It,
and then
one,
we
it once
unlivened.
was.
It once
We
was, yeah.
unlivened it.
The unliving being.
So what happened to your grandmother? She was unlivened.
Oh, poor grandma.
The most terrifying thing that you'd ever come across in science is that you could technically turn somebody inside out, and then also keep them alive.
Relivant.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
The relivant.
Yeah.
Night of the relivant.
Yes.
Unrelivant.
In science, we can do this.
No.
Reach the
Night
moon
of
with a
the
pillar of meat.
non-living.
So the meat tower, is it all raw meat?
No, it's like I'm
frozen.
I
Or is it,
like
it's medium rare?
Some of it's frozen. The exterior portion that creates like the hardened carapace of the meat pillar would
Well
be
done.
So we can make the butter tower, and then once those cows are done making the butter, they go to the meat tower.
They go to the meat tower, exactly.
And then they combine to make the Butterburger.
Yeah,
Tower.
just
the butter burger tower. Well, that's in the upper atmosphere where the radiation can still skim off the
just
Earth.
wanna
And
see
there's a
the-
small 2 or 4 miles of just like butter burger tower.
You can just see the tower, the giant blue tower, and it just says Culver's.
I'm realizing our tower's
the
made of
Culver's tower.
macaroni, butter, and meat. We just like this. We're hungry.
Well, no, it's
We just
macaroni.
ate barbecue.
It's
still hungry,
macaroni,
apparently.
butter, meat, and cats.
Cats, which we can also
Yes.
eat.
I would not want to do that.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
an
we have
option.
macaroni,
Well-
butter, and meat.
What's the difference between your tower and my tower?
Yeah.
One's
hair.
One's alive, the other one's unliving.
One is hair.
Mine isn't a conglomeration of small little things. It is one
it?
big thing.
Wait, one big meat.
Yes, one big meat.
But even
This is
like
lab meat.
carry-on was
Okay.
it was a lot of meat incorporated into.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think it's like
that's
a
one big
nucleus,
meat.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it had a nucleus.
it
Well,
eats and it grows.
I know,
Yeah.
but like if I eat like a steak, I mean,
Yeah, you are
become-
one in big incorporated meat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big. It's like a.
And if you eat a
Incorporated
steak, you get bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, I certainly do.
well, yeah, definitely this way,
sentient meat tower.
Yeah, but not up.
not up.
Oh,
Oh,
Adam stole that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all way. I know.
that's all I had.
Tall boys.
For mine was easy, baby. Is pizza actually a pie?
Yes.
Are you sure?
It has
Yes.
it has radians.
No.
Absolutely.
open faced.
It's a pie.
It has
It's a
radians
pizza
on it.
pie. It's a pizza pie.
But
Yeah.
is it a because
If you have a pie that is as thick as a pizza,
yeah? So my thought
like
was
a cherry pie as
so
thick of a pizza.
I came up with a series of questions.
Cherry pie.
So I can see a deep dish as a pie.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one I can maybe see, but a normal pizza is nice and flat.
I think that's more of a tart.
So it's basically you have a type of bread with a topping, right?
It's a crust.
Okay, sure. So is a Christmas cookie a pizza?
No, it's not on a crust.
But it is
That's
a bread.
crust.
It is a bread that is basically made very similar, just more sugar. So is a Christmas cookie a pizza? And if it is, then a Christmas cookie is a pie?
No,
Nope.
Is a quiche a pizza?
It's a pie.
it's a pie. A quiche is a pie.
Melted cheese is on top.
It's a pie.
It is a pie.
And pizza's a pie. They're both pies.
A quiche is 100% a pie. A pizza
Is a pie.
is a pie, but it is just a very thin pie.
But if you like Giz, he doesn't like having any pizza unless the cheese goes all the way to the edge. So if it goes all the way to the edge, then there is no lip at the side. It's just two layers. Then it's a cookie.
No.
No.
It's what's the difference
Well,
between a pizza and a cookie?
because a pizza has distinguishable layers in it, and the cookie has a homogeneous entire.
No, that's why I said.
structure.
That's
This
why I
is
said.
like asking, is there a difference between cake and bread?
That's why I said Christmas cookie, because a Christmas cookie is a sugar cookie with a cream topping,
Thick layer
a
of
thick
frosting.
layer of frosting on top.
Oh, that's not the sugar cookie that I was thinking.
No, so I'm thinking the sugar cookie where a Christmas cookie
It's
is
still on a cookie.
yeah, but but what's the difference between a cookie and the dough bread?
Sugar.
What's in it? Yeah.
It's sugar.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's just the amount of sugar.
Yeah, there are so many different types of things made from flour that cover a very large spectrum depending on the
Okay,
amount of
an
sugar.
Oreo
in it.
pizza.
So if I made a pizza and I just
blasphemy.
added, if I made a pizza and in the bread I just added enough sugar that it no longer was normal bread, is
be
it
a
now
Subway.
is it now a
It would
cookie?
be Subway, yes.
I think in my brain, I think it has to have, if it's a pie, it has to have an exterior border that's made of whatever the top or the bottom is made of. It has to have a semi-liquid center, and then another like structural topper to it, or
you
it has
don't
to
have to
it has to have that topper on it. Because like if you have a pie, like
Pumpkin.
a pecan,
You can do
like,
a pumpkin pie without a top.
oh, that's true. There is pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
but a pumpkin pie always has that nice, like solidified, thin layer on top of the more.
Not always.
Not always.
Well, that's what I like when pumpkin pie though.
Well,
What do I
Yeah.
like for lemon cream pie?
I think
Lemon cream pie has whipped cream on top.
Yeah, the curd.
Doesn't have to.
I think
Or the curd. Yeah.
I consider
have to.
like a pie is a dessert bread bowl that doesn't fall apart when I cut it.
Yes.
I mean, like cherry pie is going to semi fall apart, but it's going to maintain most of it. Where if it's soup, it's gone the first time you cut it.
Yeah.
Shepherd's
What
pie.
about a?
It has to be structurally sound.
What about chocolate pudding pie?
Shepherd's pie is not a pie.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
It
is.
absolutely is a pie.
No.
It's a meat pie.
Yeah, that's
Well, no. Well, shepherd's pie doesn't.
that-
Shepherd's pie doesn't have a crust in the bottom or the
Yes,
side.
it
yes, yes, it does.
Mine doesn't.
Then you're not doing it right. That's not a
then you gotta
shepherd's
sh-
pie.
the one that.
Or, no,
Moe's,
sorry.
Moe's
we were
does not.
we were
It does.
confusing shepherd's pie with chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
Chicken
Shepherd's pie
pot
does not
pie
have any.
has
bread.
bottom crust. Shepherd's pie
does
is
not.
just cast
That's good.
iron with mashed potatoes.
I've
on
had
top.
shepherd's pie with crust.
That's not a shepherd's pie then.
Yeah.
That's
It
something
is.
else.
Well,
It's a casserole, or no, it's a hot dish.
it's a hot
No such
dish.
thing.
That's a hot dish then.
Been over this. There's no such thing.
No, it's Michael
I-
believes hot dishes don't exist.
I think
They
it is
don't.
close enough to a pie that somebody somewhere would call it a pie.
but then is shepherd's pie a cookie?
No.
No, because there's crust on the top, not the bottom.
No, I think
a cookies require crust.
Crust on the bottom. There-
I think it also the shape. If there was a cookie that you pressed into a mold to create a divot in the center and then filled that with something,
Yes.
yes, I would call
yeah.
that a
no,
pie.
The
the
sugar
Reese's
cookie-
the Reese's cookies.
No, the small little round cookies with the
Kiss?
the kiss on the middle.
Either Kiss or
That
Reese's.
would be a pie.
I think
That would be a pie.
I would say Reese's peanut butter cups are kind of a pie, but
I would also say that's a pie. Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah.
But it's a
It's
chocolate
a very
crust,
small pie.
which is kind of.
But how do you define
No, I would
crust?
classify that as a pie.
I wouldn't have.
Graham
actually, I would
cracker
say-
crust.
I take it back.
Cadbury.
You take,
I
it,
take it
back?
back.
I
I
think
think
a
Reese's
Reese's
Cup's
peanut
not-
butter cup is close enough to a pie that you can
It's not
accelerate.
a pie. It needs a carbohydrate crust.
I love how you
Does
come
it?
in here and you said, I have a belief. And we're like, yeah, we agree. And you're like, haha, I say no.
No, I take it back. I gave it a thought, and I take it back.
So if you take jelly and you squirt it on top of a Crunch bar,
It doesn't
That's-
make
no,
it a pie.
because you
saying
got
it
a
has to be a
carbohydrate layer underneath a fruit flavored semi-solid.
No,
There's a distinct difference between a crust and a cookie, and it's the amount of sugar
But
in the crust.
I'm with Argo, where my own thing of like it having to have like a change in elevation. A Reese's or not
Pizza
Reese's.
can get interesting with that, though, where sometimes it generally has that, but a lot of the time,
Like, would you call a flat crust pizza a pizza pie? You would not.
no,
well,
Would you call a thick
new-
crust pizza a pizza pie?
Yeah.
most pizzas, like the crust at the end is the same level, if not lower than the
I would say
Good
Uh,
pizza doesn't do that.
What about
Simple
Yeah.
pizzas.
what about breakfast pastries?
no.
Where all of it is fluffy, but you have like the layers of
those are-
flour on top of the
Those are
jam.
calzones.
What?
Breakfast fruit calzones.
Yeah, like they're the ones that are like in
Yeah,
the little
but
biscuit.
you're not folding it over because you've got like the hatching.
Oh, like a Danish?
Yeah,
type?
Oh, a
Danish.
Danish.
I think a Pop Tart's a calzone.
No,
Pop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Pop
It's
Tart
not.
pizza.
Pastries.
Pop-Tart's not pizza.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
pizza.
stuffed crust pizza.
Toaster
It's
strudel.
not. Toaster strudel definitely is though.
Ooh, I
What,
know.
what about the bacon and egg toaster strudel?
That is a toaster strudel would 100% be classified as a pie. It is a square pie.
No.
You can
no.
have square pie.
Hostess
You
fruit
can have square
pies.
pizza.
Is a hostess fruit pie a pie?
The level of disdain on your face is wonderful.
Hostess fruit pie.
I love how he wants to say no, but he can't defend it.
The McDonald's apple pie in a sleeve.
Yeah. Okay. Those are. I feel like other pies look at those pies and say, "These are the children we don't talk to anymore."
Yes, these are the ones we lock in the attic.
Yes.
Is a waffle
No.
with
Stop it.
with maple syrup
Stop it.
I would not classify it as a pie.
because
no.
it's containing the liquid within the corners. It's lots of mini pies. Okay, Michael, what was your question? We can go forever. on
Yeah,
that.
we
Sandwiches.
Question: should we kick
Yes.
Andrew out of the podcast?
We're gonna mute Michael.
No. Okay.
Meat pie.
There are three distinct creatures of the world that are similar, but I want to know what's
As
different about
defined
them.
by who?
Let me
He's going to give us three creatures.
Yeah.
the Yeti, the Abominable Snowman, and Bigfoot.
Okay.
Well, what about the skunk ape?
No. Shh.
You know
Man
what?
Bear Pig.
Yes, the skunk ape, but you'll need to tell me about the skunk ape.
Okay.
What's the difference between them?
Location.
Location?
Yeah, Himalayas is the abominable snowman. Bigfoot and
Yeti.
no, Yeti, abominable snowman. Both of those are Himalayas. Bigfoot and Sasquatch are in Pacific Northwest. Skunk ape is Florida.
Well, what's the skunk ape?
It's Bigfoot, except it stinks and it's in Florida, in Georgia.
Yeah, but what makes them different from each other other than location? Like,
Nothing.
no, there's definitely differences.
Well, Yeti's
They married.
Yeti's white.
They married. So one married Bethany, the one sister, and one married Ruth, the other sister.
Ah,
well, I'll tell
And
you.
their lineage is split.
And Skunk Ape is a bachelor.
Here, let me-
No one wants Skunk Ape.
John, you know
invited.
at least one difference between the Yeti and the Abominable Snowman.
White versus brown, polar bear
No.
versus
One's
brown
evil?
bear.
What do you know about Bumbles?
They bounce.
There you go.
How do you know Bigfoot doesn't bounce?
He might bounce, but he
Have you seen Harry
how are you-
and the Hendersons?
I have.
how are
Does
you
he
throwing
bounce?
out like Bigfoot facts when we've never found Bigfoot? You're like, oh, he don't bounce.
He drives
got-
a truck.
He ain't got no Nike.
He ain't got no bounce.
drives a big
Bigfoot ain't
truck.
got no hops.
It's not-
Sasquatch can't jump.
Sasquatch can't.
Yeah, why not
jump.
Sasquatch? Why is he on the list?
No, he's on the list.
He is Bigfoot.
He got added to the list. Well, he's like Bigfoot's cousin.
What
Wait,
about Loch
so now we have a
Brown?
list of 5.
Well, we're creating. We're
cryptids.
getting to
What?
know.
Wait. What about the cavemen from the Jack's Link beef
What?
jerky?
That's
commercials?
Sasquatch.
Is that just
They're not
Sasquatch?
Sasquatch. Those are, he's talking
Jack
about the,
Links is
Oh,
Sasquatch.
yes, he is. I
Jack
thought-
Link's is
I
Sasquatch,
thought
but
you were
the
talking
cavemen
about
from
the cave-
Geico?
Yeah, you're thinking of the cavemen from Geico.
I'm thinking of both of them actually in the same.
Those are
They
cavemen.
don't communicate.
What about Alf?
No, the cavemen totally
Alf is an
communicate.
alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Bigfoot is too. You don't be
No, he's
judgmental.
not. He drives a truck. He's American.
Maybe Bigfoot does too.
Alf has small
I
feet.
mean, Michael's correct though. He does drive a Chevy.
No, he's got one of the big old monster truck that he drives on like off-roading groups.
Wait,
Okay, no, I don't know what you're talking
Wait, does he
about
drive
now.
Bigfoot?
Yeah. Of course, it's named after him. It's his truck. Yeah,
Wait,
John knows.
Wait, who marketed him that truck?
It's his truck.
did he lease it?
It's all he owns.
But how can he own it? Like,
He's owned it. He's owned it.
Is
since,
that
like,
why he's in the
80s.
woods?
wait, does he have like a
He's an
license?
off-roader. He doesn't need it. He's off-roading.
But then how does he own it?
He bought it.
Does the government recognize
He
it?
built it.
Then
He built
Hey,
it.
did he register it with
He
the government?
definitely stole the parts
He
from
definitely
somebody
did not.
else.
If he didn't register it, it's not a car.
That's why he's always
Yeah.
on the road. Or like on the run, rather.
No,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
goes to the big cities every Sunday.
Sunday.
to make sure you can pay
Sunday.
off all those government men looking after looking at him.
So the Abominable Snowman, they bounce, and
Yes.
like elves will rip out their teeth when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bigfoot got a truck. Sasquatch, he does movies. He's kind of
True.
he's a bit preppy.
Yep.
Hangs out with the Hendersons.
And Yeti is in Shangri-La.
Yeah, he's a monkish type.
Smoking opium,
Yeah.
living the
Yeah.
good life.
But what about
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster? Why is he not on this?
He's not
He's
even
not a
related.
monkey.
It's not even remotely a
How do you know? There's no way.
An aquatic animal is not a simian.
You
in any function.
okay. You find legitimate pictures, put them next to each other so we can compare them.
See if they're like of Sasquatch and the Loch Ness
Yeah.
Monster.
Give me
The Loch Ness Monster would eat.
find confirmed pictures
they
of
try to eat
both.
each other.
I could
You
do
can't.
that. I could do that
can.
right now, and I could.
I have family photos, man. They're all in there.
Wait,
never met my
Sasquatch
dad.
is hanging out.
Wait, are you saying you're related to the Loch Ness Monster?
I like
Not the Loch Ness Monster. That'd be ridiculous.
Sasquatch.
I like he's like, oh, is that Sasquatch? Like, oh, we call him Monkey.
We call him.
That's clearly Sasquatch. No, that's my unky.
This is the most extreme example of inbreeding ever seen by man.
He migrated north from Tennessee.
creepy half hybrid children. It's
Like what?
10 of them.
Why is our family gatherings always at the edge of a forest? Like, they're embarrassed.
Why do we always hang out in these blurry areas?
Every time I go to
Why do we always hang out in these blurry
it's all that
areas?
swamp gas.
All right. We're
anybody coming to this party is required to bring a Polaroid only.
Ooh.
And you have to shake like you're on methamphetamine every
Shake
single
it.
time.
Shake it.
All
All
right.
right.
We're going.
Oh yeah,
we don't
so,
have juice today.
So
No.
Kyle brought. He normally likes bringing the biggest can of something, and so what do you have this time?
Less than it. Every single time I bring something, it has to be. Well, now I guess this is a new thing. It has to be less than $2, and it has to be at least a pint or more.
Yeah,
this
and-
one is a Smirnoff Ice Smash Pink lemonade.
Yeah, considering the other ones have been a juice and Four Loko.
This one
I
is
have,
That is pink.
Yeah, this one is pretty tame. We had the Warhead one last time, which I was not expecting to be as good as it was.
It was actually better than I thought.
So
It is white
Um,
pink.
This one I have higher hopes for because at least
it's just Smirnoff. It's
Yeah.
it's an actual brand and not juice.
There's Michael's. It is. Well, I will give them credit when they say pink.
It is
It's very pink.
vibrant pink.
Their use of red 4.
This is white girl wasted pink all over.
Very much so. So, oh god, it just smells like you picked this up at the side of the street.
Oh, it does,
it's-
doesn't it?
Somebody melted a bunch of like Jolly Ranchers. Or
It does, actually.
Starburst candies.
Yes.
You know what it tastes like? That.
Yeah, Starburst and vodka.
Actually, it just tastes like a Starburst.
It does actually. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like
Some-
You remember when you would eat like oh, what were those little? Oh my god, why can't I remember?
Starburst.
The little squares. Those were Starburst, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you would eat those, and then you would be eating, but you would like chew on them, like when you're going to swimming lessons,
And then your
you
jaw
would be
would
inside
hurt.
the pool. No, but you like inside the pool, but you get a little bit of pool water with the
So
Starburst.
chlorine
That's what that
and
tastes like.
Starburst.
Kyle, wait. So you're saying it is a normal thing for a kid when going swimming to bring a strawberry Starburst and be eating it
Inside the pool.
That seems like a really specific situation.
But that's exactly what it tastes
It
like.
does.
So
it
that's
does. It tastes like pool water and Starburst.
yeah.
I think-
See, that's what I
Yeah,
see.
you're right.
I think the flavor's okay, but if I see lemonade, I want that like puckering, and it doesn't give me a pucker.
There is zero lemonade.
The lemonade is lacking.
It's gone.
I like this because it tells me I'm better at making alcohol than Smirnoff.
Oh yeah, we'll get
So-
to that later.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When I was there, that John, did you have trivia for today? Yeah, I'm assuming so.
In my pocket.
In
your
pocket
pocket.
trivia.
Okay, pocket trivia.
Oh
Gotta
god,
get that in
Pocket
the
trivia.
like just pulls out a napkin. He's like,
trivia.
I made these up while I was at lunch.
Wow.
So, again, we've got easy, medium, hard, but 5 questions of each.
We have
The
to
hard ones were the easy ones.
we
last
have to
time.
give Kyle the easy ones again.
Yay!
So the
Fucking
theme,
fuck around with them.
the
No, you
theme
gotta-
is in between. I'm going to give you 2 things, and you have to say what the thing in between these 2 things is.
4 and 6.
4 divided by 6 is 2/3.
Don't make
So-
me do math.
So the easy one. The first easy question is the Olympic medal between the gold and the bronze.
You should have said silver.
It's silver.
Silver and a half. No,
It's alum.
It's silver.
Silver.
No,
Yes.
stick with your first answer. You've lost.
I
your
already
point.
I already said silver.
Yeah, he is a silver.
The university degree between a bachelor's and a doctorate.
A master's.
Yes. The planet between Earth and Jupiter.
Uranus. It's not.
No.
No, what?
It's Mars.
Yeah. Well, okay. So 2 for Kyle so
Yes.
far.
A horse race finish between a win and a show.
Oh, I actually don't know this one. A gallop.
Place.
A place?
Yeah, win, place, show.
I did not know that one actually.
Actually, when you say it like that, then I've heard it.
Yeah, I did not know that one.
The man between the butcher and the candlestick maker.
What?
The man between the butcher and the candlestick maker in the rhyme.
I
don't know
actually
that.
have no
this
idea.
rhyme.
The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker.
Okay. I have no idea.
No idea
Yeah.
in that either.
No, the baker was the answer.
No, I
I've heard
understand that,
that.
but I've never heard the rhyme.
You've never heard that
I've
rhyme?
heard the rhyme, but I would have not gotten
Yeah,
that
I wouldn't
question.
have gotten either.
No, I have
Okay.
no idea.
John's just like,
You
all right. So Kyle got
Haha, you stupid fuck.
2 out of 5.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
Michael.
I sabotaged myself on
No,
one on purpose.
I want the
and I feel
hards this
stupid.
time because the hards were the easier ones
I know.
last time.
Well, so you're saying you need the easier ones.
Yes.
so Michael, you're getting the middle ones?
Yes.
I guess so.
Yeah, I want the
So-
hard ones.
You're going to get the easy one.
The U.S. president between Obama and Biden.
Oh, for God's sake.
Trump.
Yes.
That's the actual question.
Yes.
What?
The U.S. Army rank between private and sergeant.
Lieutenant?
What?
I guess I'm wrong. I don't know Army stuff that much.
Corporal.
There you go.
That's not actually. That's no. Specialist.
Kyle. John knows better than you.
It's not. It's both. E4 is both.
Yes. It is both, but this is aimed at people who fought in World War II. So,
Oh, okay, that's true.
Boomer trivia.
Yeah, that's true.
male singing voice between bass and tenor.
Alto?
Wait, is he right?
Baritone.
Baritone. Oh.
The rainbow color between red and yellow.
Orange.
That's actually, we could remember this before. That could be a different answer depending on who you ask.
In a list of ranked poker hands, what is between a straight and a full house?
A flush?
Yes.
So you got like,
So
3,
I got
2.
some crazy ass fucking question. I mean, I flubbed one on purpose, but like,
You were got gold and bronze.
but like those two, like the rhyme one and the other one, like that was.
Butcher, baker, candlestick maker.
I
That's
don't-
a children's rhyme.
Never
I'm not a child.
6-year-olds should know that.
I'm not a child.
Okay, I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. Okay.
Oh wait, so how many you get? You get 2 or 3?
He got orange, he got
got
flush, he got president. So that's 3.
3. Okay. So I have to beat or tie 3. Okay.
If I know all of his again, I'm going to be so pissed.
All right, what you got?
The gift between a partridge in a pear tree and 3 French hens.
Turtle doves.
2 of them, yes.
Well, yes.
The country between Afghanistan and Algeria in alphabetical order.
Wait, what was that one again?
If you list countries in alphabetical order, the one between Afghanistan and Algeria.
I know this, but I'm drawing a blank.
I know this, but I can't speak it.
No, it's like right on the tip of my tongue.
So it's AF and AL.
Yes.
Yes.
AF and ALG.
what's
Or
the, what's the
AFG
two
and
countries?
ALG. Afghanistan and Algeria.
They've been at war for a while. No, maybe I'm wrong.
No, they haven't. They have not.
There is no border between those 2 countries, Michael.
And I'm not thinking of the same thing.
Alaska.
Yes.
Alaska.
Is it in the middle?
No.
No,
Is
of
it-
course it's
The
not.
first 2 letters are AL.
it's Al.
But it's but it's a country,
Yeah,
not a
that's-
state.
Oh, you already said Algeria. No, I knew it wasn't Alaska. Jesus, but it did fit in the middle.
Okay,
it's
so
AL,
he got it wrong. It's Albania.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have got that, but
The U.S. federal holiday.
that's fine.
It could be everybody's.
Mine's muted.
Yours.
I don't even know what my
Yours
phone makes for noise.
So, federal holiday between Columbus Day and Thanksgiving.
Columbus Day and Thanksgiving federal holiday.
Yeah.
I think we're very
Is
separate.
it? No.
Columbus Day, those are fall, Michael. It's not Thanksgiving yet.
Only thing I can think of is Labor Day.
Veteran.
Yeah, I would have missed that one. I don't remember the actual day for that. I
Yeah.
just know that when work sends emails.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
All
might
right.
not even get that one off.
I
The
don't.
book of the Old Testament between Genesis and Leviticus.
Spontaneous.
The spontaneous Bible.
In the book of spontaneous. And they all went off for crepes.
It's the book of spontaneous combustion. I have no idea.
Exodus.
Yeah, I would have known. I don't know the books.
That's book number 2.
If I know the books' names, I could
I
say a
used to
good
know
guess.
them, but I
But
don't remember them all.
all right, so I got like 2 so far, right?
Okay.
If you believe that.
Okay, I got one more question though.
Yeah.
All right.
The sea between Italy and Croatia.
Is it? I don't.
You wanted the hard ones.
I don't think it's the Red Sea.
It's not the
I know
Red
it's not the Red Sea.
Moses did not cross from Italy to Croatia.
He wanted olive oil.
I think I know the answer, but I probably say it and get it wrong.
I think I do too, but
Is
I'm
it
actually not sure.
the sea. So I'm guessing it has to end in the word sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it would
the
normally be a C.
blank
Yes.
Sea.
A blank C. What? How many colored C's do you know?
Banksy.
No. No. The man.
You don't know that.
It's the letter.
The
That's
letter.
for cookie.
I want to.
It's the black C.
No.
Okay.
No, I was.
Croatian.
I wanted to see the Bering Strait for some reason, but
No. It's,
Okay, can I answer? Is it the Mediterranean? No.
it's
Wait, Croatia and which one again?
Italy.
Croatia and Italy.
Starts with an A.
Oh, wait.
Albania.
Adriatic.
The Adriatic Sea.
See,
That's right.
Michael wins. Again.
Yeah.
See, ha.
Yeah.
Would you want my questions?
He gave you the medium ones. He just told you. He gave you the hard ones.
Gold and silver and bronze.
That was him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obama and Biden. That
Yes,
was you.
that was a
That was you.
that was a
Yeah, that
stupid
was-
question.
yeah,
Yeah, that was it.
When he said between
Were you alive in the last 5 years?
No, again, these are for people who fought World War II. Most of them aren't up on current events.
I was waiting for him to bring up the questions that are like, or for like the presidents of being like obscure presidents, like the 7th and 9th.
I was already going
the
back
presidents between Truman and Eisenhower. Trick question. They were back to back.
You guys need to finish up your pink drink because I have.
I still got a beer here too.
Well, I mean,
Drink's hard
like,
to finish.
Oh yeah,
this
that
is
was-
the. I went down to Mankato the other week, and I picked up a sour. That's apparently the most sour that you
Ruby.
can possibly buy.
well. Okay. Oh, there. Okay, my Discord was taking forever to load up here. So
Is this a pink drink or a pank drink?
It's definitely
It's a beer.
Pre-pank.
we'll cover the details of what we're drinking here in a little bit. But so I do have some audience questions here. So maybe there's a patron or channel supporter in some way for Twitch or Discord. They have supplied some questions, and the first one we have here is from Silver Code, who asks, if you could do away with one bodily function, which would it be?
Whiz!
For example, breathing, eating, sleeping, using the restroom, with the assumption of, I'm guessing, that by getting rid of it, you can still function as normal.
I'm not going to die.
Get
I
rid
mean,
of- yeah,
sleeping.
Get rid
Okay,
of-
death isn't a bodily function.
I mean, it kind of
is, though.
Telomere shortening is a bodily
Aging.
function.
I'd get rid of aging.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a bodily function.
Well, then you could just say, like, I get rid of cancer. Like,
That's not a bodily function.
I'd rather get rid of age.
Your body doesn't start
But
doing that as part
death-
of the process of being born.
death is your body unable to function, is not a function.
Aging.
Yeah.
Aging isn't a function again. It's just a failing of such.
It's kind of, well, I don't
No,
know, maybe
puberty
kind of.
is a form of aging. I'm happy with the level of aging I'm at right now.
Just make it stop.
Yes, just make it stop.
I want to go back a little bit.
It's like-
so all the same to you.
Like part of the question, I don't want to undo every poop I've ever had, but if I never had to poop again,
If I undid all the poops, my colon would thank me. Like, it's rough.
undo the poop
I think I would just sleep because it would make everything easier.
until Brooklyn.
I don't want to breathe.
Until Brooklyn.
I could like go underwater and just stay there.
You'd be wet.
No air?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't need it.
You'd be wet. Water would get in your nose.
Go like check out the bottom of the ocean and stuff.
Yeah, but you'd also get salt water in your eyes.
Wait, no, you can't have both worlds. You can't have no air and then no pressure.
No, you can adjust to the pressure.
Oh no,
No, there's a level of pressure you can't adjust.
Then your body starts
Ground
collecting.
flow.
No, it's like, okay, yeah, just slowly drop cinder blocks on my chest. I'll get used to it.
Mythbusters did the experiment where they put a dive suit into the deep ocean or some shit. And it definitely pushed that guy straight into the helmet, his entire body.
No, if
wait,
funky
were they-
fish can live down there, I can live down
Were
there.
they using like those models that they had in Deadliest Warrior where they have the bones?
No, I think they had an actual diving suit with like the big steel helmet, and they put it under pressure, and it literally pushed the suit up into the metal helmet, like the entire thing.
Well, plus,
So
My,
The
my
answer is
sphincters
no.
are functioning backwards.
so like, if you just go down there, like, do you put like earplugs in because that's going to be sucked into your head? Like the amount of pressure that's down there the pressure would kill you. Oxygen isn't the problem.
You're not my mom.
And I love how like you'd be down there and it would take you 4 weeks to get back up just to prevent the bends.
Yeah.
The nitrogenation, what I don't know how to say it, of your blood would be so bad at that point that you would have no blood in your system.
I got no oxygen in my system because I don't breathe.
No, but you don't need it.
No, I'm
It's
just
I don't
thinking
need
about
it.
he's not going to the bottom of the ocean. He's just going to the bottom of Lake Superior.
Okay.
like,
reasonable.
see that.
So he's got plenty of fresh water, but all of his food is soggy, and he's going to die of hypothermia.
Yeah, and if you bring a beer,
It's pretty cold down there, it's true.
It's gonna get all watered down. It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
your-
like the stuff
yeah.
John brought.
we'll get to that in a little bit too.
Yes.
If I had to pick one, mine would be, and I guess it'd have to be one little manipulation to it, but to where any toxins entering my system would just be eliminated. Like my liver would be
So
unneeded.
You kind of need that.
So drunkenness.
So drunk. Well, there could be other things too, but there's certain
Being
poisons
high.
that even a liver's
Unlimited
not gonna do it.
alcoholism.
But being able to, well, the thing is I feel like there's a
filling
certain
stuff.
amount you'd want from your liver, but it would be nice because a lot of it is drinking liquor. To me, I like the buzz sometimes, but there's just sometimes like if I'm gonna grab like a Dr. Pepper with just a little bit of Windsor in there, it just tastes better. It just tastes really good. I like the flavor of it, but I don't like that. Like if I have 3 of them, suddenly it's harder to focus or something. I would like to be able to do that. It'd be nice.
You don't like the fact that if you drink 5 of them, you stop being able to put a liquid into your mouth.
Well, or at least I have the difficulty hitting my mouth.
Yes, the drinking
But-
problem.
I like the feeling of like not giving a shit anymore. So I like
but there's
alcohol.
plenty
so
of other stuff to
stress.
do that.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever.
Is stress a bodily function?
Getting rid
Yes,
of
actually
Yeah.
it is.
I know.
It
Yeah.
depends. Like I
No, it would be
No,
like
no, it
Office
is.
Space.
I would interpret.
Oh, yeah.
You just would not be able to be stressed.
Oh, like you were hypnotized.
Yeah.
I consider when they say bodily function, kind of like the mechanical things that your body is doing.
yeah,
where-
your heart beats more. You
Yeah, but
start
that's
sweating.
Yeah, but like to me, that's like a psychosomatic reaction. That's a little. I see it as differently. It's like emotional versus. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
but-
most of the time it's due to environmental.
Is anger a bodily function?
Yes.
Silver that asked the question says if that includes anxiety would be one to get rid of. Which, depending on the person, 100%.
That's what alcohol's for.
That is. Actually, getting
I don't think it's all
No.
Drink enough of it.
no. If we're just saying that, then getting rid of depression, because I can't see a reason depression would ever need to exist.
That's what ecstasy is for.
No.
That's what it means.
Is that why you're not
There's a drug
depressed?
for all of it.
Some people deserve it and don't have it,
Yes.
like me. But
Wait.
no. Moving on.
Did Kyle give his answer?
No, he didn't.
For what now?
But what bodily function would you get rid of? That
Oh, I know. I said sleep.
sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
went basic bitch on in that one.
So we've got
I was like,
aging,
no
sleep.
Well, sleep isn't a bad idea because you're basically extending your life by a third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Lots
just
of
want to
extra
be
time.
Aquaman.
But
Aging,
when nobody's
sleep,
awake.
breathing, and stress.
No, well,
He wants an invincible liver.
if we're including like those type of things, I would probably say depression.
Okay.
Because everybody has those times where you're kind of down. I mean, there's different levels of depression, and I think that having it where you don't have much of a down, though it feels like then you're just artificially high all the time.
No.
Yeah.
It's called being manic.
The argument
Actually,
that
that
you
is-
don't know or you can't be happy unless you're sad sometimes.
Well, it's not that. It's I'm under the impression that you don't know what happiness is unless you know what something below it is or what something above it is.
Yeah. I would be perfectly fine if I just had contentment and happiness and didn't have depression and pain
But
to balance that out.
But I feel like if you have only happiness and contentment, that if that was your entire life, eventually contentment would become your depression. Because anything that isn't the high that you are in happiness is the other end of the scale.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Well, but
Just oh God, I've never experienced losing a foot.
well, I think that it's a scale, and everybody's scale is different. It's the same reason, like if you were born into a very rich family, your idea of what like being like roughing it is financially is going to be very different from like say Michael.
Yeah, if your low point is watching your parents be murdered in front of you, or your low point is no one came to your birthday,
Yeah, but to some people,
I'd rather have my low point be no one came to my birthday.
and that is fine.
Although that means I'm not Batman.
But then when somebody else
You're
comes
not
by that
Batman.
has that other one as their low point,
They're
and you're
Batman.
reacting in a similar way,
Yeah.
People came
that's
to
where
Batman's
people are
birthday.
looking at you as the privileged person is like, what the hell? Like, this is nothing. And so but it also sucks. Like, well, you know what? Everybody in their life has to go through at least one tragedy.
Yes.
We don't want
They
that
need
either.
to witness at least one murder of a loved one.
Yeah, that's what we need. That should be like everybody at 8 years old. Like, you turn
Horrific
8,
trauma.
horrific trauma.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like the Clockwork Orange universe.
Oh, I saw a joke where instead of having your age determine when you can drink, it should be your emotional maturity. So, like, if a 12-year-old like was a child soldier, yep, you can
Nah,
do whatever you want.
Yep. Go for it, dude.
That day all those kittens died. That's when I would have started drinking.
Michael's went through a lot of trauma.
Grandpa Daniel.
I was thinking of some of it today. I ain't gonna talk about it here.
Anyways, the next question we have comes from NullenVoid asking, instead of beer vision, you have what supervision when you drink?
So instead of beer goggles,
Yeah,
'cause
so
I
they-
think that's the term.
That's the term. So if it says as you get drunker and drunker, what supervision power do you get instead?
I feel like Nolan's trying to get me to admit that I want to be able to see through people's clothing. But Nolan, have you seen people?
It's true.
I've seen some people.
What if you can't turn it off? What if it's stuck?
yeah,
It's
that's,
like
that's awful.
I can never drink with my mom
See,
again.
it's like,
I would
hello, grandson. Ah!
Thanksgiving would be awful.
Yeah, I would love ratio vision. Like if I could look at a box of like,
Checks.
well, then I don't think a box. I'm trying to think of pull tabs. The pull tab box. It's
Oh.
just like there's like 13 grand left in that pull tab box, and I can see the ratio that's going on in that pull tab box. It's like good stuff.
Oh, you know what I'd want?
Yeah, but if you saw, my odds of getting my money back are 1 in 5. But my
That's a
odds,
pretty solid
my
chance.
odds of getting my money back in that one are 1 in 4.
Yeah, I mean both of those boxes are fucking solid though. That's a pretty high ratio for a pull tab box.
If that's a 20%, or no, that's an 80% loss versus a 75% loss.
Oh, I know what I want. I want the vision that can see through playing cards.
You just want to cheat.
That would be a good.
You would have to be careful
X-ray
because
vision kind.
anytime you go to like a casino, there's a certain percentage that you are basically allowed to win at before you're kicked out.
Yes, yeah.
So you can't
you have a ratio that you're allowed to be.
So you basically would have to just start playing of winning big here and there and walking away with like 10% gains instead of the big money.
Yep.
But if my job was to just go places and then just like almost guarantee.
Well, if you had drunk X-ray vision on cards, then yes.
Only cards. I would say that having X-ray vision for paper products.
Okay, very specific, but
Well,
also
because
very
then,
useful.
As long as like some like 80-year-old woman isn't wearing a paper dress.
No, so
Well,
like you can see if there's money inside of an envelope.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
how much?
But every
like,
time you
but-
drink, you wouldn't be able to read like notepads.
I was about to say, like, if you're at work and you're also like you need to take a shot of the schnoz, and then you're like, I can't read this document anymore, and your boss is like, "What are you drunk?" And you're like, "No, please."
They know. You just
And
see
they know.
floating letters.
No,
Well, that's why you don't drink at work. I mean, it's a very specific thing. When you go to a casino, they basically are giving you your victory juice.
no. What I'd want to see is, you know, like in The Sims where you have like emotional states kind of floating above your head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I start drinking, I want to see, oh, this lady, yeah, she looks at me. The horniness level, it's going up. It's going up.
The little meters.
Oh my God, she has to kiss.
No,
A
I'm
date?
telling an anecdote, and her enthusiasm level is going down. She's still smiling and nodding, but the enthusiasm level is
Change
going
tack.
down. Change topic. Change topic.
I feel like you the enthusiasm level going up, and then you look at her, you do like a little eye wiggle, and then you wiggle your mustache back and forth, and you just see them.
That could go in reverse. You're looking across, you're like, oh my God, who is that? And then you're like, oh, run.
That would be an early warning system.
Yeah.
You're early.
Like, what if you were able to see the code happening in somebody's head? Just like mustache, attractive.
But I think that also is going to
Hair,
work against
attractive.
you.
No,
Like,
but
when
like
you go to
you see the bartender, and he's just like pouring you drinks, and free drink. Horniness level is going up.
You're getting free drinks. Lean into it while you can.
Wow.
Well, like, but being that you have to drink while you're doing it, though, it's like, I need more accuracy. And by the end, you're like, so I was over at the
Roofies detective.
What were we talking about?
Determined
Like,
desperation. level.
nothing, ladies, nothing levered more than a super sloshed man.
Yes, the
Looking
drunker I
above
get,
their head.
the more accurately I can read your mind.
Like, can you hold still the meter's movement?
yes. I
can't read the numbers.
3 smileys with a tongue out.
You know, it's only 2 out of 5, but you're good enough.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's move away from that topic.
If you just scream, "Hey, lady," in a bar, just like every lady will look at you.
Jerry Lewis.
They'll look at you.
So, Michael, what are you seeing?
I apparently saw Grandma naked.
No, you
All right.
He said he,
That's what he's got. He's
You
got
said
grandma
you-
naked.
I
you
didn't
said that
like
the assumption was X-ray vision, but you
Yeah.
said what you actually wanted.
What do I actually want?
You see anything like heat vision or
Like mine wasn't.
wait.
Mine wasn't
like
X-ray
to be
vision.
able to see temperature, infrared
Magnetic
vision,
fields,
Magnetic
the price, like a dollar sign.
The price is right.
This shirt is actually worth $25, and you paid $40.
Wow, you can
antiquing.
see
Yes.
deals. The power to see deals when
no.
they're in front of you.
Going to an antique shop,
Yeah.
Oh,
seeing something that you suddenly realize is worth much more than
No, no, no.
Reseda.
They're
Not going-
selling this coin
No matter
for
how many
25
copies
cents.
of Argo you buy, they're worth
not going into an antique shop. Going into an antique shop drunk out of your mind.
Yes.
I'll take one of each of those.
I think every antique shop I've ever been into, I always feel like I have to like turn around in place because there's something behind me to break.
Yeah.
There's always 2 things in an antique shop. A red skeleton statue somewhere and an old person who thinks it's worth money.
Wait, Red Skellington?
Skeleton.
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 Red skeleton.
You said Skellington.
Skeleton.
Like-
there's a missing
Skeleton.
skeleton.
I think.
So
Skeleton.
Red Skeleton was a comic from the 20s.
No, there was
No.
a show.
There was a show. Actually, I almost
Yeah,
I couldn't buy
starring
the
Red
DVD.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
I
it
like
was more than just a comic.
Mr. Skeleton. He's
No,
good.
it was a show.
Red Skeleton. Wasn't he like the bad guy in the Master of the Universe?
No, Red.
No,
Red
Captain America. He punched Red Skeleton in the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Red Skeleton from that 70s show.
What?
That's Red Foreman.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, no, give him like 30 years.
The guy who dressed up as a hobo
No,
clown.
he came back. That 90s show.
Yeah, that's 30 years from now.
It's true.
Oh.
Well, wouldn't that be now?
That would be
Yes.
now.
I just want the power to see
No,
amazing deals.
that's 20 years from now.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, so you went the part. Actually, that's not a bad one. Because being able to see amazing deals isn't about getting a good deal on a purchase. It's also getting a good deal that's on something that somebody else doesn't see the value in.
Well, I
So-
mean, like it wouldn't be as useful though if you like look at a shirt and you're like, "Wow, this shirt's only 38 cents." Oh, that's from a Taiwanese sweatshop. I have to go to the sweatshop.
I'm
to get
imagining the
that.
drawback. You're looking at the house. You put out an inflatable pony. The price just drops.
This place is worthless.
The value of your house means absolutely nothing unless you're selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you're selling it, knowing that price.
Well, then just don't put the horse outside.
No,
Yeah.
I gotta put the horse outside. That's what's gonna make people buy the place.
Well, no, that's why I'm going to get a BB gun.
no, your neighbor is selling.
horses.
You put the horse outside. Your neighbor's price starts.
I don't care what their price is.
No, you want them to sell high so that your price, when people are looking it up.
Well, maybe. Maybe. But then I take the horse away and the price goes back up.
Yeah.
Why would you do
But
that?
if they get, I don't want some pompous assholes nearby. Actually, as far as I can tell, all the neighbors in there are really nice.
Your next door neighbor
they think I'm your father.
Yeah, but the one across the street has chickens. The one on the one side thinks he's my dad.
He does.
So you don't want any of them to be able to sell their houses.
Well, I think these are all lifers.
Yeah, they're all lifers
The
now,
people on the
yeah.
one side have been there 30 years. Yeah, so.
He's an
It's
ungrateful
not a bad
son.
place, to be perfectly honest. It's
No, this is a nice
Pretty
neighborhood.
calm.
yeah.
Considering, like, I thought it would be a little rougher in some areas, but no. Actually,
No,
it's
not this-
really
You're
nice.
within walking distance of a playground.
And a Dairy Queen.
Yeah, it's really it's a
does
it's
have
one of the
And a
fancy Dairy Queens.
CVS.
So
And a taco or a tobacco shop.
you could go on a short walk and get an ice cream cone and go on a swing.
Yeah, I could I could go to a
Get a
swim,
cigar.
get an ice cream.
And then Michael could push you on the swing.
Yeah,
I could.
And then we could get some gummies, and
we
then
go
we
do
can go.
karaoke?
We can go thrifting and go get to a bar, get a tattoo.
This is a
Those
nice
are literally
area.
all walking distance.
Yeah.
Like, I think not even like 3-minute
Like
walking
a good
distance.
tattoo or like a
Your
don't-
gas station.
I don't know. I
That
can't-
bar place is a, nice
a
place
gas
to get a
station
burger at.
tattoo
No,
artist?
their gas stations, I don't like them.
No, that's a BP that's nearby.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
not great.
I don't want to go to the. I don't like BP.
I've got
It's-
gas there a few times.
I don't
Whatever.
care. It's not
Green.
good. Whatever their gas prices.
I like Holiday because I get free coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
Okay, I can't. I love the bit of I get free coffee because I pay per month.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's not free then, but when I break it down, it's damn close to free. It's
Yeah.
like 20 cents a
Cheap.
cup. Anyways, so for our last question here, we have from Bus Filming Pone, and they ask if there was a friend you knew a while back and had the opportunity to say one sentence to them, what would it be and why?
Where's my money?
Well, let's see what that is.
Who did you? Oh, actually, I know what you're talking
We know
about.
that story.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you want to tell your story or?
Basically, I lent the guy $2,000 and I never saw it again. That's the story.
Wasn't it drugs or something?
He got into a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah. So you would say, "Where's my money?"
It would probably just start with, hey.
I would say don't.
yeah.
But you have one
It would
sentence.
be-
You said it is "Hey,"
It's where's my
and then
money?
you poof on a big sentence.
Yes.
I would ironically say don't go to college. Because
Your friend?
one of my friends went to college, wasted. Oh God, he wasted like $185,000.
What do you go to college for?
And then he went to college for a doctorate or of some sort. I don't remember which thing it was, but then
Like
he went.
what?
He went there.
History?
No, I don't know. I don't even
He's
know what
a
it is.
surgeon now.
It was a
Complete
PhD. No,
waste.
he's not.
Yeah.
He's a talent manager for like gig stuff. Like he takes small garage bands and then gives them venues.
Does he still make lots of money?
No, he's a band manager.
Oh, there you go.
No.
I didn't know a guy who wasted like $3,300.
It was a lot of money. It wasn't $100,000. It was a lot of
$100,000.
money.
3,300.
3,300,000.
3,300.
That's $3 million.
$3 million.
330,000.
Thousand. 330,000.
3,300, 100,000.
Thousand.
Zero.
Yeah,
One Google.
that was rough.
He owes me one Googleplex.
Last I talked to that guy was shortly before moving up here, and he was living in like one of those like streamlined trailers with a wife and 2 kids.
Oh, at least he got a wife.
Yeah.
So, John, what would yours say?
Give me back my junior mints.
Wait, what is
What was so bad about the junior mints?
Wait, you
you
say,
talking to
you
one of
say the
us?
one sentence and then you poof from existence, and then he's like, I have him right here. Where'd you go?
I feel
Toss them on the ground.
We know what that comment was about.
like he's talking to one of us, and he's just like, "Remember that time you ate my junior mints?"
None of us like junior mints.
I like junior mints.
I like junior mints. That's the
You're
reason
the only
I
one.
fucked him up.
Wait, what?
Well, that's the no.
He wants that junior mint.
I wanted them back. Anyway,
For me, I have a lot of friends I would apologize to, just like because I've had a lot of different groups of friends that eventually I did. Like I had some that were going a direction I didn't want to go, and so I kind of abandoned them, and it was in a way that I probably shouldn't have. So I kind of left. I felt like I was kind of a butt to them in that regard. I don't feel that they were that great to begin with, but there's a certain level where 2 evils doesn't make a right, and I felt like I kind of did that. So yeah, so I'd probably do that a few times, but regretting all that.
yeah, like I've got a different friend who I'd probably say, yeah, that altruism thing. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking it now. Like doing things for other people.
You said like altruism doesn't equal money. Come on.
It doesn't.
I volunteer 20 hours a week. Like, so how much you make? It's volunteer. Why the hell would you do that?
Why?
To help people.
How do
Help
you,
me. I need like a bookshelf.
Yeah, like how do you pay rent?
I mean,
It's like,
that's-
oh, I sleep on the street.
I did all that
You
for my
volunteer
parents
40 hours
growing
a
up.
week.
Well, some people though,
chores.
the life satisfaction of volunteering and putting that time in is to them worth more than the money. And
Because
They're
if
when
you
they're
can,
retired.
I wish I could be like that. Those are the people that
Yeah.
basically got rid of depression.
yeah, they can volunteer
Yes.
their time because they have a bunch of free time. That's why
No,
they're
not
happy.
always.
No, or they could work for a company that pays you if you have your volunteer hours.
Yeah.
My company has a thing of like,
Wait, what?
if you're volunteering, let us know about it. And then I'm looking into it. I'm like, so what's okay, why to let you know? Like, because we might reward you. What's the reward? A pat on the back.
No, I have.
Yeah.
Do it then. Why do you need a reward? You shouldn't have to re-reward
We'll
it.
give you a
I
shout out
have
in the
sick
newsletter.
days, holiday days, vacation days, and
And you have bankers' holidays too.
yeah,
You do have
and
vacation holidays, it's true.
volunteer days.
My work has had volunteer days, but then I figured out later that if you do a volunteer activity, you're allowed 1 hour to this day to do this specific event, and any other than that you have to make up for. I'm like, what?
That's
No,
nonsense.
My work
I
has,
have.
Well, my work doesn't have it that at all.
my work,
Yeah.
my work
So-
has volunteer days, but it's like, can you volunteer your time to come in and work more?
No, I have 24
generally what
volunteer hours a year.
Well, that's actually kind of nice, though. I like
Most
that
people
idea.
use that for their kids. Like, oh, I'm going to take the day off and volunteer at my kid's school.
Yeah.
Well, the
you
thing
go.
is, the school needs it. So,
Yeah.
it's one thing you're spending time with your kids and supplying a need for the community. That's actually, to me, for being a parent, a smart thing to do. Take advantage
Yeah,
of it.
I agree.
It's a
Yeah.
double benefit. You could feel like you're trying to get paid then for your volunteer of being able to spend the time.
That doesn't
But
matter,
if you're not doing it, somebody needs to do it. And a lot of
Yeah.
the times, the amount of times we just are short on people to do things. If it works out, it works out.
They never let me volunteer at the elementary school.
Well, yeah, because you're not allowed like within 500 feet.
Like, so who's your child? None of them.
Michael
I'm just here to help.
Michael just rolls up in the panel van, just like filled with balloons and blow up horses. He just pops out. He's got the shirt on. He's got the pants on.
Who wants pixie sticks?
Yep.
Hey, it was candy.
And the principal runs out and says, "We told you to go away last week."
I've done nothing wrong.
These children need horses.
He's just wearing a mustache. He's like, "Oh, I was not here last week."
No.
That's
Oh my
insensitive.
god.
He's not Canadian. He's French.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But anyways,
French.
I don't even know what that
Canadian
original
French.
question was. But anyways, so we got through everything for our questions here.
We did.
But we do have a lot of stuff on the tables here. So John, what did you bring? I know you brought some. You tried to fuck with our heads.
Zero
I
Guinness.
did. I brought Guinness, but it was the zero alcohol.
So
And he
Guinness.
giggled to himself the whole time.
true.
He was over there drinking it like, what is
I chugged that bitch. I chugged that bitch like water.
So he puts
I didn't
these
finish
the
it.
beers in front of us, and he does it like two at a time, and like away from it, so it makes it sound like he did something with them.
Yeah,
And
yep.
like I tasted it, and I'm like, something is funky and weird with this. It's missing something,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't really put it out. And then yes, it's zero Guinness, non-alcoholic Guinness,
less than 0.5.
water?
less than
Fuzzy
0.5.
water.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like bread. I mean there's alcohol in things.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, and so
It's like hand
John's-
sanitizer.
John's trying to make it look like he's always making these like fancy drinks and all these like little fancy things. And this time he's like, I popped a can and I poured it.
Yep.
Yep.
It was I like the little the throwing us off though. That was pretty fun.
But having the zero beer. Yeah.
Other than that, I brought to complement the zero alcohol beer, just kind of keeping it steady and sober. I brought Unchecked Hedonism.
Okay, this one delicious. I love this
was
one.
Dicky
really
Toffee
good.
Pudding, 11% alcohol.
This is by Lupulin Brewing,
I love how like it has.
which they
this-
make some crazy bullshit.
I like
Yep.
the color of it, but then it says that it was caramel color. So I guess
It's definitely more
but
than caramel.
It is. It smells good, but it tastes even better. Actually, it's really good. The flavor I really like.
I don't like
myself.
really sweet beers.
This is sweet-ish.
yeah.
It's
And
not
you,
as bad as like a peanut butter stout, though.
And you didn't even have the pastry stout.
No, I did
I
not.
didn't.
Because
No.
last
pretty
week, I think it was last week, I brought the waffle cone.
I don't remember that one. That was
Well,
last
it
week.
was another Untitled Art one.
I don't think I had that one. No.
No, you had it and it tasted.
You had one recently.
Yeah. But essentially, this tastes like a chocolate cinnamon churro.
Yeah.
Because it's called the chocolate cinnamon churro.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
You and I went to Brixworth, I think, not too long ago. I took
My new favorite beer. I discovered it there.
yes,
Really?
but I went on a date there, and she had the one where they literally brew it with M&Ms in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's not the milk stout. It's the other one. It's like a different stout. It's like
Why didn't you bring it?
I didn't bring it because I didn't grab it. It was 2 weeks ago, but
Beer keeps.
it's true. But I didn't grab one.
me beer.
Actually, no, the reason why I didn't grab it is because it didn't have any more crowlers of it. They only have the crowlers in the fridge, and they were all gone. But that one was like, it was like drinking a milkshake, but it wasn't just like drinking a milkshake. It was thick as a milkshake, but it tasted like M&Ms
Was it a
and
stout?
Marshall. It was a stout, but it was brewed with M&Ms.
Well, no, a stout like when it's like thick milkshake,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
the best stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had one of those. We have to go to Brixworth at some point. Like
Where's
me and
that?
John went. We have to go. It's right near me. It's in Burnsville.
Okay.
It's east of him.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
we
south. Okay.
we need to go there at some point.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Anyway,
Kyle,
Kyle,
it sounds unique.
Oh,
But,
me, yeah. So I brought actually a couple different things. I brought the Tennessee honey.
Yeah, I haven't.
just
Those
Jack
are
Daniels.
good. Those are very good.
I had two of them earlier, and there's two left there. So that's nobody's had them.
I'm thinking about having
tonight.
one.
But
Sure.
I was down in Mankato just last week, and I got a ruby, which is like, yeah, the Rose of the Riveter type thing. It's a rhubarb sour. It was very, very sour. I didn't really care
it was
for it.
it was very tart, but
It wasn't-
I was
That is a
expecting-
sour. That's
Yes,
what
it's
you
very, very
expect
sour.
from a sour.
The sours like that, I'm not. Usually the flavor is weird, and it still was to me, but not. I was still able to drink it. It was not bad.
I was able to drink it, yeah, but it comes from Mankato Brewery here in Minnesota, and it's literally just a warehouse filled with forklifts and barrels and metal.
That's what
stuff.
Sociables used to
And
do.
then like literally like 45 feet, but it's just a gigantic warehouse, like almost like an aircraft hangar. is all open except for like 35 feet by like 85 feet of
And there's
brewery.
just a rope.
And there's just a rope surrounding where you can walk. It's super neat, actually.
Hey, I'm
it's
okay with
neat.
that.
Yeah.
But that was their sour that they had. That was the most sour I was told by somebody else.
I would agree. It's probably the most sour I've had. But
Yeah, I would
not a
agree.
big fan.
Have I
Sour.
given you tongue buckler?
Tongue buckler.
John, you should not,
not do that.
propose on.
No, let's not do that.
No, it's like the label is a picture of a skeleton holding a guy's tongue, and the guy is holding his mouth because the tongue is in
There
the
you go.
skeleton's hand.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kyle,
But I mean, I got the last thing I got was Smirnoff Ice. It was a pink lemonade.
read
Smirnoff
the
Ice.
whole thing.
Okay, it was a Smirnoff Ice smash. Let me smash pink lemonade.
I think if you were to take a lemon and just squeeze it into the glass,
It would have been much better.
Yeah, it just was missing. That.
It was missing the lemon.
I want a lemon that
body.
makes me pucker at least a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was artificial, like lemon head and lemon.
Yeah, it was
the
lemon flavor.
without the citrus.
It was
sort
like
of,
they put sweet and
additive.
sour mix in there.
Kind of, yeah.
Like it was where sweet and sour is not really a tanginess to it.
It wasn't. It wasn't amazing.
Yeah. For me, I don't think I have anything myself on the table here. Oh no, I brought the fireside over there. I brought one of them out there, but we've
The
had
fires.
that before.
Yeah, we've-
Michael
Peace
brought
coffee.
that out there. It was just some stuff in the fridge, and just in case
had
you
this,
wanted
yeah.
to
Grab
grab it.
something out of the fridge and something.
Brought the nice blue and orange colored.
No,
beer.
so I have a story because I was going to bring some stuff today, and then I couldn't. And I brought this up to them earlier, but so I went to a local liquor store and I walked in and I was just browsing around trying to find some stuff to get, and I ended up I can't remember which one I went. It was like an amber ale, but it looked really good, and so I just grabbed it and I brought it to the register, and there was nobody at the register. There was an office there, nobody in the office. The TV was playing some random movie. I looked around everywhere. There was not a single soul in this entire building anywhere, and I'm like, oh. Okay. And so I waited like minute after minute and was sitting there, just watching whatever movies on the TV. Like maybe somebody will come back. Nobody. Apparently, I could have just walked out of there with anything. And this is like in a mall, open mall, out to the outdoors. And so I just left the beers I picked up on the counter and I walked out the door. And as I'm walking out the door, a lady that's in the truck right outside the door opens her window and says, we're open. I'm like, apparently you're not. And I just turned around and walked back. Apparently, she decided she wanted to go and smoke a cigarette and decided that was the perfect time while the store is open to leave it completely empty and just yell at people walking out the door that, hey, you should turn around. I might come back in. Because she didn't get out of her truck when she yelled at me. So, yeah, that was a horrible customer service experience. And so I ended up empty-handed.
A little rough.
Yeah, that was stupid. It's not an easy job, but there's better ways to go about it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Michael, you actually had some fancy stuff.
I
Yes.
mean, depending on who you ask, but I brought some mead.
Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
I got it from a closet in my bedroom
Ooh.
because I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are bottles that we picked up, and they're not purchased from any specific place. So this is all liquid you made.
Yep.
That's
Honey,
liquid.
water,
That
and
liquid.
yeast.
That yellow liquid came from Michael.
Yep. Kind of looks like diabetes.
I
pills.
made that little yellow liquid all by myself.
Based on stuff you found in your closet.
I ate nothing but sugar and yeast for 3 days.
So much yeast from Michael.
all of
Yeah.
that diabetes.
Natural grown yeast.
We had some last weekend too, and once we kind of you played around with like
played
the
around
honey
with
to
it a
mix
little
and,
after,
and stuff, it turned out really good.
Yeah,
It's
no?
actually
It
really
was
good.
very, very good. I'm going to be drinking more of that after
It's
we're done here.
It's like when we were at the Ren Fair before, like that was really good mead, but it was super sweet mead. Like
Yeah.
delicious, but it was very sweet. This tastes similar, but not as sweet, which is not a bad thing. It's like you can taste the honey without being overpowered by it just being like cough syrup.
I just wanted to make sure it had enough body to it, which I think was the issue initially. It didn't.
Now it
really
does.
now it does.
Now it has it. When we drank it without the added honey to it, yes, it was a little flat, missing something.
Yeah.
But it was just needed that little tang. And now it's really good.
Yeah.
And I know otherwise I just threw it on the table, but there was one of the Pete's coffees. You know what? This is actually the one I actually picked up in
The
their
frappe.
drinking here. Yeah, the Mocha Frappe Milk Stout from Central Waters Brewing. It's an imperial mixed stout with cocoa nibs, cinnamon, and coffee. It's nothing special stout, but the thing that I actually like about it is it's a 6-pack of standard can size for $10, which is actually pretty cheap. So I'm not going to complain about it for what it is. So. It's actually pretty good. So, but otherwise, I think that makes everything. So, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And
We also didn't say the number of this.
We did
one.
say the whiz. We did say the number.
We
though.
said the whiz. We didn't
no, we
say
didn't say the number. I'm kind of. Well, it actually got to the point of I'm like,
38?
why the hell am I even saying the
30
number?
Michael.
30 Michaels.
30 Michael.
We made that was a
Yes.
joke from the last one, but no, I'm like, why do we even saying numbers? And I'm actually
39?
like, why do I have to explain everything every time? If you're at like 38 in and you're watching it, I'm pretty sure at this point you know what the hell we're doing. So.
Yeah, but counting. People like counting.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, no. People like when numbers go up.
Vampires like counting.
Sometime I'm just going to start it going down, and then they're going to be unsure, like what's going to happen at 1.
Well, we've already done negative.
Set the
one.
house on fire.
We did negative. Did I call it? No, I called it 0. No, we did a -1 and a 0.
Did negative one actually get released?
No, -1 was us sitting at my
The
kitchen
kitchen.
counter with a single mic for all of
Yeah.
us, just to get an idea from certain people of does the chemistry mesh?
Yeah,
And
but
we
we
realized
got
it didn't, and we went on anyway.
we got an Amaretto sour out of it.
We did.
We did?
Actually, I did pick up more lime. And we have amaretto.
Ooh.
He's like,
Anyway, to move on to the next.
So yes. Anyways, thank you for hanging out. We'll be back in a couple weeks. So Michael, what's your word?
camel goatin.
Camel goatin or camel
Do you have a
goatin?
stroke?
Camel goatin.
No, it's like the turducken, except camel with goat.
The goatin.
Camel and goat.
And
And
chicken.
then chicken in the goat.
Yeah, chicken and the goat.
Is that where the hump comes from?
Chicken in the goat.
stuff 'em up
Chicken
and
in the
down.
goat.
Match them all together. Rip out the
There's
bone.
chicken in the goat.
Wait, this got dark.
There's
That's how it works.